Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in today's video, I have brought to you these gorgeous danglers. You can see the look, the length, and you can see how elegant they look. And I have named these beautiful danglers as pearl prism elegance earrings. And these are the earrings in ruby red color. I have made these earrings in few more colorways. This one in the light sapphire color. One more in white opal color. Just see the look. And in today's video, we are going to make these gorgeous earrings in emerald green color. So let us see what all material do we need to make our pearl prism elegance earrings in emerald green color. Friends, for making our pearl prism elegance earring in emerald green color, we are going to use these white pearls in 5 different sizes. These are in size 10 mm, 8 mm, 6 mm, 4 mm and 3 mm. All these are in white color. Then I'm going to use these 4 mm bicones in emerald green color. Here I'm using these 11 O's. These are Miyuki duracoat galvanized champagne 11 O's and 15 O's. These are Miyuki duracoat galvanized champagne 15 O's. I'll be using this 6 by 12 mm earpost finding for making the stud. I'll be working with Hana thread and size 12 beading needle. So let's get started. Friends, we will start making our pearl prism elegance earring by picking up these 4 mm bicones. And now I'm bringing these down towards the end of my thread and tying a double knot like this and passing through all these 4 bicones, very gently pulling in the tail in between the bicones like this. And now into this first 4 mm bicone, picking up one 11 O champagne and into the 4 mm bicone, picking up one 11 O champagne into this 4 mm bicone, again picking up one 11 O champagne into the 4 mm bicone, and the last 11 O champagne into the 4 mm bicone and the first 11 O champagne like this. And here, as I'm exiting through this 11 O champagne, I'm picking up 115 O, 111 O and 115 O champagne, these 3 beads into this 11 O champagne, into the 4 mm bicone and into the next 11 O champagne, again picking up the set of same 3 beads, 115 O, 111 O and 115 O champagne like this. This way I'm going to add these beads to the rest of the 11 O's and come back. So I have added these right angle weave to all these 11 O's, and right now I'm exiting through this 11 O after adding this last set, and now stepping up into the 15 O champagne and the 11 O champagne, and now picking up 1 15 champagne into the 11 of the next right angle weave, picking up 1 15 and into this 11 of the next right angle weave, again picking up 1 15 into the 11 of the next right angle weave, and the last 15 into the first 11 of the first right angle weave stitch. And now bringing these beads closer, creating a square on the top. Now I'm going to pass through all these beads once just to reinforce and get a nice square shape on the top, like this. And now into this 15 silver, sorry, 15 champagne. And now picking up 1 11 champagne and into this opposite 15 champagne, back into the 11 champagne and into this 15 champagne, like this, into the 11, moving down through this 15 champagne into the 11, moving towards the back side. And let us first cut this tail off. And now we are going to create a net for our ear post. So as I'm exiting through this 11 champagne, I'm picking up 5 15 champagne into the next 11 champagne, again picking up 5 15 champagne into the next 11 champagne, again picking up 5 15 champagne into the next 11 champagne, the last set of 5 15 champagne into this 11 champagne, like this, stepping up into the first 3 15 champagne, bringing these beads closer, the net here, like this. And now I'm picking up 3 15 champagne and I'm going to pass through the middle 15 champagne of the next set, again picking up 3 15 champagne into the middle 15 champagne of the next set, again picking up 3 15 champagne into this middle 15 champagne of the next set, and the last set of 3 15 champagne into this middle 15 champagne of the first set. And now bringing these closer, and here we have created the net, stepping up into the first two 15s of the first set, that I just added. And here right now I'm exiting through this middle, that is the second 15 champagne, and now picking up one 15 champagne and into the middle 15 champagne of this set. So here we have added 3 beads. I'm going to pass through the middle one, the second one, like this. And now before proceeding further, I'm going to place the ear post into this very carefully. Just tightening up the thread, and now picking up one 15 champagne and into the middle 15 of the next set, picking up one 15 champagne into the middle 15 of the next set, and the last 15 champagne into the middle 15 champagne of the first set. So here we have added the ear post. Now we are going to pass through all the 4 15 that we added in the last round to fix our ear post in place. So I'm just passing through all these 4 15 that I added in this last round. So this is the third one, the fourth one, and now into the first 15 that I added in the last round. And now you can see on the outer side we have this square shape with 8 beads, and now into this. Now here, as I'm exiting through this 15 champagne, I'm going to pass through all these 3 15 into this one, into all these 5 15 in this line, into this 15 into these 3 15 into this fourth 15 on the same line. Now we have passed through all these beads on this side, now on this side. So into these 3 15 into this 15 into these 5 15 that are lined in the same line here. So here into the 4 15 and into the fifth one, into this 15 down through these 2 15 and into the next 3 15s. So here we have fixed our ear post into this 15 champagne down through these 2 15 and into the 11 champagne, like this. So we have created the ear post. This is the same ear post that we made in our mini bicone ear stud. This is the same ear stud that we are going to use as the ear post for our dangler for our pearl prism elegance earring. So here, after exiting through this 11O, now I'm picking up the set of these 5 beads, 2 11O champagne, 1 3mm pearl and 2 11O champagne, and into the same 11O champagne like this, passing through all these beads once again like this, down through these two 11O champagne, and now into the 3mm pearl, and now picking up 1 4mm bicone, 1 4mm pearl and 1 4mm bicone. So I have picked up these 3 beads, 1 4mm bicone, 1 4mm pearl and 1 4mm bicone, and into the 3mm pearl like this, down through the 4mm bicone into the 4mm pearl, picking up 5 15 champagne and into this 3mm pearl like this, picking up 2 15 champagne and counting from here 1 2 into the middle 15 champagne and picking up 2 15 champagne into the 4 mm pearl like this. Now as I'm exiting through this 4 mm pearl, I'm picking up 2 4 mm bicone, 1 6 mm pearl, 2 4 mm bicone. So here I have picked up these 5 beads back into the 4 mm pearl like this, and now stepping up into the 4 mm bicone, picking up 1 15 champagne into the 4 mm bicone, the 6 mm pearl, up through the 4 mm bicone, 1 15 champagne like this, and into the 4 mm pearl like this, and now picking up 6 11 champagne into the 6 mm pearl, again picking up 3 11 champagne into 1, 2, 3, and 4th 11 from the bottom, that is from the 6 pearl. Now picking up 2 11 champagne and into the 4 pearl, like this, down through the 4 bicone, the 15 champagne and the 4 bicone, and into the 6 pearl. After exiting through this 6 pearl, I'm picking up 115 champagne, 3 4 bicone, 1 8 pearl, 3 4 bicone, and 1 15 champagne. So I have picked up the set of these beads: 115, 3 4 bicones, 1 8 pearl, 3 4 bicone, and 115 champagne back into the 6 pearl, like this, stepping up into the 15 champagne and into the 4 bicone, picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 4 bicone. Just keep your thread nice and tight here. Again picking up 115 champagne into the next 4 bicone and the 8 pearl into the next 4 bicone. Again picking up 115 champagne into the 4 bicone. Again 115 champagne into the 4 bicone, 15 champagne and the 6 pearl, like this. And now as I'm exiting through this 6 pearl, I'm going to pick up the set of these beads: 2 11 champagne, 1 3 pearl, 1 4 bicone, 1 3 pearl, and 1 3 11 champagne. And now as I'm exiting through this side of the 6 pearl, I'm going to pass through this side of the 8 pearl, like this, creating a cross over here. After exiting through this 8 pearl, I'm picking up 3 11 champagne and 1 3 pearl. So the set of these 4 beads: 3 11 champagne and 1 3 pearl, and now into the 4 bicone, picking up 1 3 pearl and 2 11 champagne and into the 6 pearl, like this. And now after adding these beads on the front, moving down through this 15 champagne, the 4 bicone, and into the next 15 champagne, exiting through this 15 champagne, I'm picking up 3 15 champagne and into the 3 pearl, the 4 bicone, into the 3 pearl. This one we are going it like this, the cross, picking up 3 15 champagne and into this 15 champagne. This one, like this, moving back into all these beads: 15 3 pearl, 4 bicone, 3 pearl, back into 3 15s, into this 15 champagne, the 4 bicone, and the next 15 champagne. Now picking up 3 15 champagne into the 3 pearl, the 4 bicone, up through the 3 pearl, picking up 3 15 champagne and into this 15 champagne, add it between the bicones, back through all these 15s, the 3 pearl, the 4 bicone, and into the 3 pearl, into these 3 15 champagne, into the 15 champagne on this one, to which I added these 15s, the 4 bicone, and into the 8 pearl. So you can see the look after completing this round. And now as I'm exiting through this 8 pearl, now I'm going to pick up. So here I have picked up these 9 beads, 4 bicone, 1 10 pearl, and 4 bicones. And now into this 8 pearl, like this, stepping up into the first 4 bicone, picking up 1 15 champagne, into the 4 bicone, again picking up 1 15 champagne, into the 4 bicone, picking up 1 15 champagne, into the 4 bicone, the 10 pearl, and the next 4 bicone, like this. We have to keep our thread nice and tight here. Picking up 1 15 champagne, into the 4 bicone, again 1 15 champagne, into the next 4 bicone, and the last 15 champagne, into the 4 bicone and the 8 pearl, like this. And now I'm picking up the set of these beads, 2 11 champagne, 1 3 pearl, 1 4 bicone, 1 3 pearl, and 4 11 champagne. And here, as I'm exiting through this side of the 8 pearl into the 10 pearl, moving diagonally here, like this. Now again picking up 4 11 champagne and 1 3 pearl. So I have picked up these 5 beads, 4 11 champagne and 1 3 pearl, into the 4 bicone, like this. Again picking up 1 3 pearl and 2 11 champagne. These 3 beads and into the 8 pearl, like this. So this is the look after completing this round. And now into the 4 bicone and the 15 champagne like this. And after exiting through this 15 champagne, I'm picking up 3 11 champagne and into the 3 pearl, 4 bicone and the 3 pearl. Here again I'm going diagonally. Again picking up 3 11 champagne and into this 15 champagne, the one which is next to the bicone at the bottom, like this. Moving back into all these 3 beads, 3 11 3 pearl, 4 bicone, 3 pearl, and into these 3 11 that we added in this round. Here we have to keep our thread nice and tight. Then only we are going to get the nice shape. Into this bicone, 4 per bicone, into this 15 champagne, 4 bicone, then 15 champagne, and the 4 bicone, and into this 15 champagne. Like this. Just put these up. So here I'm exiting through this 15 next to this bicone at the bottom. Again I'm picking up 3 11 champagne and into the 3 pearl, the 4 bicone, going diagonally again into the 3 pearl, picking up 3 11 champagne and into this 15 champagne on the top of this part of the component, like this, down through all these beads, the 3 11 3 pearl, 4 bicone, 3 pearl, and the 3 11 champagne, like this. And now back through these 3 11 and the 3 pearl into the 4 bicone, into the 3 pearl and the first 11 champagne. Not all the 3, the first one next to the 3 pearl. And now I'm picking up 4 15 champagne and I'm going to pass through this middle 15 like this, back into the first 2 15s from here, picking up 2 15 champagne and into this 11 champagne, this one, into the 3 pearl like this. Now into the 4 bicone, into this 3 pearl and the next 11 champagne, the first one next to the 3 pearl, again picking up 4 15 champagne into this middle 15 champagne, back into the first to 15 champagne, picking up to 15 champagne, and into this 11 just before the 3 pearl, like this, into the 4 bicone, the 3 pearl, and now into these 4 11 champagne and down into the 10 pearl. And now after exiting through this 10 pearl, picking up the set of these beads, 1 11 champagne, 1 4 pearl, 4 bicone, 2 3 pearls, 1 4 bicone, 1 4 pearl, and 1 11 champagne, bringing these down and back into the 10 pearl like this. And now moving down through all these beads and into this 3 pearl and picking up 1 11 champagne into the next 3 pearl, back into all these beads like this, into this 11 champagne and into the 10 pearl like this. And now I'm picking up the set of these 6 11 champagne, 3 and 3 6, and here as I'm exiting through this side of this 10 pearl, I'm going to pass through again. I'm moving diagonally into this 3 pearl like this, into the 11 champagne added at the bottom, up through the 3 pearl, picking up 1 11 champagne and skipping this one. Keep your thread nice and tight here, skipping this one at the bottom into the next one, the second one. And now picking up 4 11 champagne and into the 10 pearl like this. Now down through all these 4 11 into this 11 up through the next 4 11 picking up 1 11 champagne up through these 4 11 into this 3 pearl, 4 bicone, the next 3 pearl, all these 4 11 champagne, and now again I'm picking up 1 11 champagne and into these 11 into this 11 like this, down through this 11 of champagne into the 3 pearl, the 11 of champagne, the 3 pearl, and here I'm tying a knot, one more knot, up through the bicone, the 4 pearl into the 11 of champagne, the 10 pearl, down through this 11 of champagne, the 4 pearl, and into the 4 bicone. Now I'm cutting the thread off like this. So here we have completed. So friends, here we have completed our pearl prism elegance earrings in this gorgeous emerald green color. You can see how elegant they look, and they are going to complement any of your attire, being it the western or the ethnic attires. Let us take a quick overview of the other colorways that I have shown you in the beginning of the video. The one in this gorgeous ruby red color, one more in the light sapphire color, and this evergreen white opal color. I hope you will enjoy making these earrings. These are so elegant and really very easy to make earrings. So friends, if you like my designs and my tutorials, please do subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next videos. Thank you and namaste.